take the road to Santiago. A humble pilgrim will I be. A shell to mark my passage is the wage that I will earn. So to Compostela shall I go. I am a simple man of minor craft and skill, with a lifetime of deed and thought and word. A pilgrim shall I be, and journey forth shall I to St. James, that my prayers may be heard. And I will take the road to Santiago. A humble pilgrim will I be. A shell to mark my passage is the wage that I will earn. So to Compostela shall I go. I've traveled forth from Arles through Toulouse and Oloron. How long this journey takes I do not know. Though highwaymen abound and dangers there will be, on the path of St. James I shall go. For I shall take the road to Santiago. A humble pilgrim will I be. A shell to mark my passage is the wage that I will earn. So to Compostela shall I go. Before me now to stand the Cathedral of St. James. On the pillar I have placed my hand. My pilgrimage is done, indulgence has been earned. I shall live my life a pious, honest man. And I shall take the road to Santiago. A humble pilgrim will I be. A shell to mark my passage is the wage that I will earn. So to Compostela shall I go. So to Compostela shall I go. Welcome to Catalan Court at Castell de Cardona, with greetings from Lord Kieran McBrendan.
Here opens the court of their Eternal Majesties Anton and Lynn at Catalan Court at Castell de Cardona.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hola, Valencia.
As we've done before, we start our courts with our mask on. We're going to maintain 6 feet of distance between us. As you know, Lydia and I are a family unit, so we're going to be closer than that with each other. But to enable you to hear us better, and for those who need to read lips to facilitate that, we're going to take our mask off. If we decide to get closer than 6 feet with each other, we'll take a pause and put our mask back on. Thank you. So, good afternoon. Hope everyone's had a good day so far. We have. It's been a little busier than we thought it would be. There's a lot more activity, and we're just barely getting here in time. So we feel very fortunate to have as good a day as we've had so far. We'd love to be together, but this is the next best thing. So we've got some newcomers that Her Majesty wants to call out and welcome, and we'd like to thank Baroness Margaret for helping with this.
So this is a tradition at most of courts. You know, when we have in-person courts, we ask all the newcomers to come in, and we obviously haven't had a chance to do that. But we have a ton of newcomers who have actually been attending the watch parties that Baroness Margaret and other chatelains have been putting together. And we would like to recognize some of those newcomers now.
Our newcomers, or some of them: Charlotte Barna, Ashton Adams, Christian, his wife Jen and their children, Sumaya and her family, Cooper and Jessica Harden and their daughter Heidi, Monica Pony, Shaw Wilson, Illa Hatter, Bryce Ammons, Daniel Baldwin, Julianne LeWebb, Lucia Ursina, Lucy II of Roxbury Mill, and Eva. For the newcomers, oh, did you want to? Oh, go ahead. For the newcomers, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
From us, thank you, and you're welcome. And be patient with us. We'll put our best foot forward when we get together with each other. But for now, it's good to get to know you this way.
So every year we have a competition in Atlantia called Tempora Atlantia. And it spans several different time periods, and people, put in.
Is this an A&S competition?
It is an A&S competition.
Oh, excellent.
So this year we had 4 different periods. We have early period, we have 1100 to 1350, 1350 to 1500, and then we have late period. I think they had 17 entrants this year, and we have winners for each of those. And Harold, if you would read the winners for each one.
For early period, Alia Sufinebo. For 1100 to 1350, the Honorable Lady Hildegard Bergeron. For 1350 to 1500, Duke Galmer Ingolfsson. And late period, Lady Katarina Caravello.
So thank you everyone who entered this year. There were some stunning entries, and the 4 winners, I mean, they were all good, but these were just
Fabulous.
They excelled. So
Yes. So,
Did you
Vivats.
go ahead and Vivat those.
Vivats for our ANS Tempora Atlantia winners. Vivat! 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 Do you want to announce the ANS champion?
Yeah, please.
There was a correction from the earlier court. The Narwhal recipient was Viscountess Marion Leonchina de Sousa. And then the Kingdom ANS champion overall, did your
Yes.
Majesties want to
Please.
address that? Was Duke Galmer Ingolfsson.
So, a bit of history. We go back a long ways with His Grace. And in fact, he was our first prince
It was.
and our first reign, too many years ago to remember. But I'm very happy to say that Gilmer's woodworking and furniture making has been beautifully shown over the last few years. His workmanship and his scholarly pursuit of describing the tools, the techniques that he uses, and we are very, very happy to have Duke Gilmer as our champion.
We really look forward to you being our ANS champion this year and really showing what our kingdom can do.
Yes, His Grace.
For His Grace Duke Galmer, the new Kingdom ANS champion. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Okay, we had another competition today. We had the Royal Bard competition, and this was a step series of competitions which got us down to 4 competitors, and we had quite a hard time with this. We actually had to have a conference with the current Kingdom Bards and go through and discuss each one of these submissions and performances with a lot of detail. We cannot come to a conclusion of one. That was truly our goal. So we're going to make 2 bards today. We're going to induct one as the Crown Bard, and we're going to induct one as the Rose Bard. So, as Crown.
Lord Hakan Haberg.
And as Rose.
Lady Nezhka Orshinaya.
Their work was extraordinary, as were the others in the contest.
Yes, they were all
The margins
quite well done.
were very, very thin. If we could justify 4 Kingdom Bards, we would not be wrong.
4 royal bards,
But we must limit it to 2 as tradition.
we've already gone one over. We're
Yeah.
supposed to have just one.
So for our bards.
For our Crown Bard, Lord Hakan, and for our Rose Bard, Lady Nezhka. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Congratulations.
Now, we also had a poetry competition, and I apologize, this is completely on me. I've had a miscommunication, so I do not yet know who those winners are, but we will get those names and we'll have them posted on the website so that people can see who won those 3. There were 3 different competitions in the poetry competition. All right.
Their Majesties would now address Milady Agatha La Sommelier.
So, Milady Agatha, you have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. And you haven't limited yourself to just one arts and sciences. You've done brewing, and you've done some mead in that brewing, and you've done some blacksmithing, and you've done sewing, and you are really just stepping in to help, and you are exploring. And I think that's one of the beauties of the SCA, is that you can try it all. You can try all the arts and sciences things and see which one becomes your passion. And I hope that one of those things, or another that you choose, does become your passion. But we're so appreciative, and you're setting an example for all the other people in the kingdom, that His Majesty and I would like to award you with a coral branch.
Yes.
For Lady Agatha, newest companion of the Order of the Coral Branch. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Have a scroll?
We do have a scroll.
Can you read it?
I will. When great joy is brought through the beautiful works of an artisan, the true king and queen must honor that subject and give recognition so that all know of the worth and contributions made. Thus do Anton and Linnet, king and queen of Atlantia, recognize our subject, Agatha La Sommelier, for her wonderful art, and do induct her into our Order of the Coral Branch. Furthermore, we do raise her to the ranks of nobility and award her arms with vert on a pile or between a smith's hammer and a spoon, conjoined in a pile argent, a domestic cat's head, erased sable. Done this 9th day of January, Anno Societatis 55, at Catalan Court at Castell de Cardona.
People
So-
can see it.
All the scrolls will be shown in a slideshow at the end of this court. So we'll put them briefly up here. We'll read them, but you'll be able to get a much better image of them when you take a look at them at the end of court.
Congratulations, Lady Agatha.
Thank you.
And I don't see who did the scroll. It's not written on
It'll be on the slideshow.
It will be, yes. Thank you. There's a lot of scrolls. Yes.
Next, their majesties would address Lord Reynard Belmont.
Renard,
Renard,
I
think.
Your name has come up and recommendation for being awarded the Sea Dragon. You not only do rapier, cut and thrust, but heavy fighting. You seem to have an appetite for combat. And this is good in our eyes. And with the recommendations from those who practice with you, train with you, and have watched your progress, it seems to be the right time to make this award. Please read the scroll.
Come one and all and heed the words contained herein. Be it known that we, Anton and Linnet, are delighted with the amazing works of our populace. We especially love our rapier community and those that are active, working to better their skills, learn and improve, grow in their art. There is one who not only works to learn, but also shares his time as part of the marshalate, working within the youth and hosting practices. All this stands out to us. Thus do we, King Anton and Queen Linnet, induct Renard Belmont into our Order of the Sea Dragon. Done this 9th day of January in the 50th year of the society, being the 2021st year of our Lord, at this 12th night celebration in our Catalan court at Castell de Cardona as the plague continues. The scroll is done by Mistress Mordray.
Yes. Right, you can see it. I'm trying to get it so that it's not glaring. But
I think we'll have to wait to the
I think we will.
slideshow.
I think we're going to just have her read them. Thank you, Your Excellency, and then look at the slideshow, because I can't do justice to them here.
And the reach is kind of long.
Yes.
For Lord Renard, newest companion of the Order of the Sea Dragon. Vivat! 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 Now their majesties would summon before them Lady Eleanor de Chester.
So Lady Eleanor, your work in the scribal area, your work with university has been noticed by not only your friends, your colleagues, your peers, it has been brought to our attention that the time is right to award you a coral branch. We are happy to do so. Your work is most beautiful, and we appreciate you doing it.
Here's the scroll.
Can you read it?
Okay. When joy is brought through the bold, beautiful work of an artisan, a true king and queen must honor and recognize that subject so all may know the worth of the cheerful, crafty, and creative contributions made. Thus do Anton and Lynnid, brave king and beautiful queen of festive Atlantia, recognize our shenanigans-skilled subject, Lady Eleanor Duchester, for her excellent and wondrous arts of calligraphy and dance, and induct her into our Order of the Coral Branch on January 9th, Anno Societatis 55, at Atlantia's 12th night. The scroll is by the Gigglesworth scribes.
You guys can't appreciate it here, but this font is so tiny and it is elegant, and this is just a beautiful scroll.
For Lady Eleanor, newest companion of the Order of the Coral Branch, Vivat! 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 Their Majesties would now address Lady Nicolosa de Eisenfear.
Lady Nicolosa, you have been dancing and teaching dance for quite a long time now. I believe in Eisenfear, you've been there a decade teaching and showing people the love of dance. But since the pandemic has started, you have really stepped out. You have kept people in your shire together, and you've helped to keep people in the kingdom together. You taught at Pensick in your backyard, and I think you've also taught at some of the universities. And I took one of your classes, and His Majesty listened, and other people are. So you're really helping with the communication and the tightening of the bonds throughout our whole kingdom. And this award that I'm about to give you, I think it's probably a little bit out of date, but I'm so proud to give it to you. His Majesty and I would like to award you the opal. Oh, this is a picture. Yes.
King Anton and Queen Lynnid, monarchs of Atlantia, commend unto their populace their worthy subject, Nicolosa de Eisenfear. Long hours has she toiled to bring the joy of dance to the people, teaching both in person and from afar. Endlessly has she worked to strengthen communication between the members of her barony during difficult times, developing sources for her information, classes, and contact. Therefore, do we induct her into the Order of the Opal this 9th day of January, Anno Societatis 55, at our Catalan court at Castell de Cardona. The scroll was done by the hand of Dame Marjorie Winterbourne.
It's beautiful, and it shows you dancing.
For Lady Nicolosa, newest companion of the Order of the Opal, Vivat! 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 I'm sorry?
Deep breath.
Woo! Their Majesties would now address Milady Runa Skogadottir.
So for those of you who haven't actually had a chance to see, Lady Runa makes beautiful wirework jewelry. And I've been told that when you look at it, it looks like it just came out of the ground from an archaeological dig. I mean, when you look at it, you're like, oh my God, that could have been right there. I could have seen that on someone's hand, on someone's chest, from a dig. It's absolutely beautiful. She's been teaching at university. And, you know, in addition to that, she also does calligraphy and illumination. So her skills are just amazing. They're amazing. She's done a fibula. I can't go into the details of everything that she's done, but her work is fantastic. And for that, that we would like to induct you to the Order of our Coral Branch. Oh, thank you.
Atlantia's artisans, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Atlantia's artisans bring light and beauty to our kingdom, and Runa Skogadottir's light shines bright. She has graced our kingdom with her scribal arts and metal crafting, and she teaches others so that their light may shine as well. For this, we, Anton and Linnet, King and Queen of Atlantia, induct her into our Order of the Coral Branch. Furthermore, we raise her to the rank of nobility and award arms, to wit, her fess, wavy vert and or, a rabbit courant contourny argent, and a fox courant Jules, marked argent. Done the 9th of January, and of Societatis 55 at Atlantia's 12th night. Calligraphy and illumination by Elliot de Bletcho.
Quite nice.
Beautiful. Duchess Signy would approve because the rabbit is on there.
For Lady Runa, newest companion of the Order of the Coral Branch, Vivat! 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 Their Majesties would now address Lady Anastasia Yosifova.
So, Lady Anastasia, you are a practitioner of amongst the oldest arts that we have in the kingdom. Archery goes back to the very beginning traditions of our kingdom, of our society. You not only do target archery, you are well recognized on the field for your combat archery, and also in your participation in the archery champions activities that go on within the kingdom, as well as running archery activities. You're a keystone to the group. You make archery happen in the kingdom for all of us, and you make the archery within the kingdom, whether it be target or combat, better. We appreciate you when we see you on the field, and we appreciate you when we see you at the target. We'd like to induct you into the King's Missileers.
Inasmuch as Anastasia Yosifova has distinguished herself as an archer of great skill and has strengthened our realm and those of our good cousins through the accuracy of her eye and strength of her bow, we, Anton and Linnet, lawful sovereigns of Atlantia, choose to induct her into our Order of the King's Missileers, done this 9th day of January, Anno Societatis 55, at our glorious 12th night celebration. The calligraphy and illumination were done by Baroness Bubba Blackhammer.
Thank you.
For Lady Anastasia, newest companion of the Order of the King's Missileers, Vivat! 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 Their Majesties now summon before them Lady Sarah Sinclair Napier.
So, Lady Sarah, we're on a theme here right now. You have greatly contributed to archery in our kingdom. For Eisenfear itself, you've helped in the administration of archery, but you haven't just stayed in Eisenfear. You branched out. You branched out to Black Diamond, to other areas of the kingdom to help people in target archery and to make certain that target archery gets seen and publicized. And you've also helped revise the target archery martial materials and brought those more up to date. So we can tell that that is your passion. I myself am passionate about archery, although I don't get to do it as much as I would like. So for that, for your bringing that to the kingdom and really being a champion for it, we'd like to award you the opal.
Proclaim to all nobles and gentles of the known world that we, Anton and Linnet, King and Queen of Atlantia, give greetings. Many hands make light work, and the hands of our subject, Sarah Sinclair Napier, have worked diligently to aid and teach the archers who protect our kingdom, and likewise made food and drink available to all. Such feats of service must be recognized. Thus do we induct her into our Order of the Opal, done this 9th day of January, Anno Societatis 55, at our Catalan court, 12th night at Castell de Cardona. Done. The scroll was done by a hand of Lady Phelan Chu Inyan Wee Phelan.
We'll see later.
We'll see later. Yes.
Right. For Lady Sarah, newest companion of the Order of the Opal, Vivat! 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 Their Majesties summon before them now Lady Ariel de Pontois.
Lady Ariel. You have demonstrated that there is really nothing that will keep you from participating in the activities you love. You are a member of Atlantean's cavalry, and it would be easy to say that you participate because you are privileged enough to have a horse and to be ready and to travel at those things, but you've earned your way in, and your participation is that with a mule. And you have demonstrated such skill and such steadfast dedication to that the cavalry recognizes your dedication and recognizes your expertise. And we would like to welcome you into the order with a quintain.
Thank you.
Horsemanship is a skill most prized and hard won through training and service. Therefore do we, Anton and Linnet, rightful king and queen of Atlantia, recognize Ariel de Pontois, a worthy companion of our order of the Quintain. For she has shown dedication and horsemanship, leadership with the equestrian community. Ariel de Pontois gives hospitality freely to both horse and rider. Her artistry beautifies the field, and courses encourage all to strive to improve and become the best. She and her gray mule are part of the fabric of Atlantia's cavalry and a sight that is pure joy to behold. Done this 9th day of January, Anno Societatis 55, at our Catalan court, Castell de Cardona. The scroll was done by the hand of Lady Anne Devereux.
It doesn't show up well here. We'll see it later in the presentation, but it's most beautiful.
It is.
For Lady Ariel de Pontois, newest companion of the Order of the Quintain, Vivat! 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 Their Majesties would now address Lady Fallon of Black Diamond.
So earlier in court, we talked about having newcomers and the importance of newcomers and that we wanted to welcome them. And of course, it's a difficult time right now. But Lady Fallon, you have excelled at that. You bring newcomers in, you garb them, you teach them about the SCA, you train them in different areas that they could go.
Make people feel welcome.
Right. I mean, you make people feel welcome. And whether it's for fighting or A&S, you kind of bring them in and you give them like a virtual hug and put them on the path that they're interested in. And I mean, that's really what we want to do with people, right? To help them find their niche in the SCA or their niches, you know, that make them feel happy and complete in this medieval world that we're in. So,
and it's the hardest work.
It is hard.
Because you bring people, you help them find places to go, and you watch them grow. And as they grow, many times they grow in directions that are different from where you're sitting. And that's the satisfaction I hope you take, is that you watch all the influence that you've had as people become part of the kingdom and they develop their passion and chase it. But at the beginning of it, there's you. And you're the reason that many people have joined and grown and learned to love what we do. Thank you.
Dear citizens of our kingdom, shine the light of honor on the good deeds of our worthy subject, Lady Fallon of Black Diamond. We, Anton and Linnet, King and Queen of Atlantia, hold up this worthy gentle to all who hear these words. Great feats of hard work has she accomplished to empower our kingdom to wondrous heights, most notably as a welcoming and helping face to newcomers. This is no small thing, as the beginnings for anyone is a time full of hope and excitement. A king and queen must honor such work, and thus do we induct Lady Fallon into our Order of the Opal. Let this be just the first time that you kneel before us worthy of praise. Done this 9th day of January, Anno Societatis 55, at our Kingdom 12th Night Court held at the Catalan Court at Castell de Cardona. The illumination here was done by Baroness Edith Woodrose, and the calligraphy by Mistress Martel von Charlottenburg.
This one's quite beautiful. Make sure you see it on on the slideshow.
For Lady Fallon, newest companion of the Order of the Opal, Vivat! 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 Their Majesties would now address Milady Anna of Isenfear.
So, Lady Anna, I understand that you are currently the Minister of Arts and Sciences for your shire in Isenfear. You have stepped up to make certain that there are monthly activities for people there to engage in, monthly A&S activities. So whether it's wire jewelry, whether it's some sort of a scribal, whether it's something in the cottage crafts or in weaving or
Garb.
You're making certain that there is some way that the people in your barony, the arts and sciences people, can connect together. And that's a wonderful thing to do. And we would like to raise you to the nobility and award you your arms today.
By din of praise is our mead hall filled for Anna of Isenfear. Thus do we, King Anton and Queen Linnet, her arms award this 9th day of January, Anna Societatis 55 at Atlantean 12th night in the Barony of Black Diamond. Calligraphy and illumination by Lady Clara Brower. Text by Lord Ishmael Steadfast Reed.
It's really quick.
It is really lovely.
Response?
For Lady Anna, newest member of Atlantea's nobility, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
So Harold, I'd like you to call the next 4 people together.
Yes, Your Majesty. Their Majesties would now address Lord Digby Rolfson, Lord Cataldo Perini, Lord Jacques Gons, and Lady Colette Vitalis.
All of you are familiar to us. We have heard from you, you've reached out to us, and we've had thoughtful communication and conversation concerning where does rapier develop, how do rapier fighters develop, what does it look like in Atlantia, what does the creation of the Order of the Mod represent to how we did things before then? What is the role of a white scarf? What is the role of the academy? We're not going to solve and answer all those questions today. Those questions are for the community itself to come together. What we're here today to do is to say thank you. Thank you for leading a discussion. Thank you for leading it in a way that is productive. And thank you for leading it in a way that allows everyone to have a voice. For us, we would like to award the 4 of you a fountain for your work in bringing these issues forward, keeping them forward, and ensuring that everyone has a part of the conversation.
For Lord Digby, Lord Cataldo, Lord Jacques, and Lady Colette, newest recipients of the Award of the Fountain, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
There's 4 different scrolls, right?
There are 4 different scrolls. Did you want me to show them?
If you would read the text of one, that would be good.
Just one.
Okay. Here's the first one. Well pleased are we by Digby Invasi's efforts to revise the Academy de Esprit through a charter. His efforts came from a desire to improve Atlantia, and for this reason we, Anton and Linnet, King and Queen of Atlantia, award him the fountain. Done as we celebrate this 12th night, this 9th day of January, Anno Societatis 55 at our Catalan court in Castell de Cardona.
Tell you what, read the other ones.
Okay.
We're going to read them all.
Okay.
Take your time, Harold. One of the challenges of having the 6-foot rule and keeping us separated is the Herald works in a very, very tight environment without people that pass things back and forth. So we have to allow a little bit of indulgences for juggling time. So.
And I really don't want to mess up the scrolls. They're beautiful. May all those to whom these presents come know that we, Anton and Lynette, King and Queen, have seen the superb initiatives that catalyst to change. We have seen our subjects' love for Atlantia and our people. Through his efforts, the Academy de España has a polished new charter for which we are grateful. We encourage such service and wish him to continue as an example for us all. Thus do we gift Cataldo Querini with our award of the fountain, done this at this 12th night event at our Catalan court at Castell de Cardona on this 9th day of January in the 55th year of the society, being the 2021st year of our Lord. And the scroll was done by Mistress Mordre.
You can always tell a Mordre scroll because they'll be checky
There's Jackie.
on the binding close. At your leisure.
Service flows from worthy subjects and refreshes Atlantia. Wishing to encourage such subjects, we, Anton and Lynette, King and Queen of Atlantia, do award the fountain to Jacques Gons for his efforts to revise the Academy de España through a charter, done by our hand this 9th day of January, Anno Societatis 55 for 12th night at our Catalan court at Castell de Cordova. And the scroll was done by Mistress Tanis Baldwin.
And last but not least,
Service flows from worthy subjects and refreshes the kingdom. We, Anton and Lynette, rightful King and Queen of Atlantia, wishing to encourage such subjects, do here award the fountain to Colette Vitalis for becoming the catalyst to a change of fort. Her efforts gave opportunities to revise the Academy de España, done this 9th day of January, Anno Societatis 55, at Catalan Court at Castilla de Cordova. And the calligraphy and illumination by Lady Fyan van Amderaten. Apologies if I've completely messed up your name. If I can see that.
So we really want to thank all of you. It's not easy to be a catalyst. And it took a lot of, I believe, effort and
courage.
To come to us and talk to us about all this situation and things that were going on.
Concerns that you had.
Right. And you really are working to make Atlantia a better place.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
For Lady Colette, Lord Jacques, Lord Cataldo, and Lord Digby, Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Okay, so last piece of business.
Their Majesties would summon before them now Lady Phelan Chu Inyan We Phelan.
My lady, last night we placed you on vigil and asked you to consider induction into the Order of the Laurel. Have you made your decision?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Are you willing to go forward?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Are there any relationships or burdens or binds that you have upon you at this time that need to be settled before we move forward?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Phelan, it's been 7 years that you've been in my service. We looked it up. So. During that 7 years, watching your growth and your love of your art and your willingness to teach others that art have been very inspiring to me. I've led you as far as I can lead you, and now I believe that you walk beside me as an equal. I release you from your fealty with love and know that I will always be there for you should you need me. Thank you, Majesty.
Harold, would you call in the order?
Summon the Order of the Laurel.
We'll give a minute for the order to gather.
And in wherever they are, they're gathering.
Majesty.
Lady Phelan, we saw your work today, your scribal arts. Beautiful, beautiful, and it's been beautiful for a long time. Today, I think that we have some pieces of
Regalia.
regalia, which are also art, to present to you.
Do we have a cloak?
We do, Your Majesty.
So the cloak represents not only you in times that need it, but more importantly, offer a shelter that you may provide to others when such need may arise and they not have it themselves. This cloak was made for you with love. Please wear it with that and share it where it's needed.
Is there a medallion?
Yes.
Yes, there is, Your Majesty.
Sorry, there was a little breakup in the audio. Can you speak on it?
Your Majesty, this medallion was first given to Master Sigurd, and then it came to myself last year. It is my highest honor to pass this down through Evanwolf to Phelan. She is our peer. So you're going to need that for swearing a field.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it because taking all this apart to get to her neck, I'll make a disaster of it.
I think we support your decision, Your Grace.
Thank you, guys.
Lady Phelan, are you ready now to swear fealty?
Yes, Your Majesty.
I'll get us ordered.
In Their Majesty's stead, I'm gonna hold our legacy sword for you to swear on, as well as this medallion.
I swear fealty to the Crown of Atlantia, meaning my brush, my pen, my words, and my counsel are in service to the Crown and the support of its people.
For our part,
For our part, we vow that we will seek your counsel in times of need. We shall become a foundation under your feet so that you do not falter. And we shall be a wide, wide rock for you to stand behind when there is travail. This we so swear till death take us, the world end, or we eventually depart the throne.
this we so swear. Rise, my lady.
Mistress Phelan,
And at the first opportunity, the order will gather to meet you. We are glad to have you.
Thank you, Your
Oh, read the scroll, please.
oh, there's a scroll. Yep, you see it, it's
There's
there.
a scroll. It's over there, but I have the words here. Ach, Phelan, lieb Phelan, without your skillful hand, our riches would lie hidden in shores of salt and sand. Our opals glitter brightly, pearls shimmer on the strand. Our gilded crowns gleam rightly, for gold leaves you command. Ach, Meistrin, lieb Meistrin, your golden leaves will trade, for Anton King and lidded queen would see a laurel made. Affirmed by these letters patent, Phelan, Phelan has exclusive right to bear the arms following. Her pale vert and argent, two sea wolves, respected, counterchanged, maintaining between them two tridents in salter sable, a point-pointed counterchanged, on this 9th day of January, Anna Societatis 55 at Atlantea's 12th night, Catalan court at Castell de Cardona. The calligraphy and illumination on this beautiful scroll was done by Lady Corinne Valraven, and the text composition by Magistra Iselda de Narbonne. For my Starin Phelan, to Inyan we Phelan, newest companion of the Order of the Laurel. Vivat! Vivat!
Any welcome.
Congratulations.
So we're going to take a pause and we're going to take a look at all the scrolls that have been awarded. And we wish to thank the artists who either contributed the words on the scrolls, the calligraphy, or the illumination, or all. They enrich us, and they are a just reward for the people who have worked so hard to earn them. At your leisure. So that concludes court for us today. We're going to gather with a small group of friends, enjoy 12th night in a safe manner. We hope everyone else does also. I think we'll reconvene a little later on this evening.
There is a ball at 7 p.m., the grand ball, and I hope everyone's enjoying the festivities at 12th night.
We'd like to say thank you to Duchess Shawned for her work in pulling this off and making it all work for us.
And Mistress Kell as well.
They were a fantastic team. We're not done yet, but it's been a great day. We've had 2 courts that feel quite successful, and we've been able to say thank you to a lot of people. So for all of you, thank you very much. Vivat Atlantia. Let's close court.
Here closes the court of their abiding majesties, Anton and Linnet, at Catalan Court at Castell de Cardona this 12th night. Vivat their majesties and vivat Atlantia. Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Cheers, you guys.